of Golden Kamuy, the manga series. We're good to go. Are we? We're good to go, we're good to go, we're good to go. So yes, I actually have a read to actually cover the remainder chapters that we have left to actually catch up with on Golden Kamuy, which I believe is 229 to 231. I know we actually all caught up to the latest chapter, currently out at this point, because I believe it was 10 days ago, last chapter. So yeah, I mean, oh boy, was Lost Stream's bunch of chapters very kind of interesting, I must say. We kind of get into a very interesting point in Golden Kamuy's actual kind of run. And yeah, the characters they're actually introducing now are getting even kind of scarier, I must say. They're actually getting to that point of like, oh boy, I'm scared. What's gonna happen here? Are they gonna be able to survive? So we actually also kind of lost the best friendship of the whole entire manga between Sugimoto and also the bird. So I'm still depressed about that. It was a cute bird and they were cute together, but alas, he was found in the end. So at least there's that. So anyways, I should put on to actually go live. So right, and then with that, I believe we're actually good to go. Are we there? Oh, most certainly are. So let's refresh this page quickly, or not, because apparently it's pressed the wrong button. There we are. So let's actually begin chapter 229. Perfect Mother. So, the story of how an elderly lady became very fond of Tanigaki Genjuro, and how thanks to the wonderful time they spent together, Tanigaki was provided with some travel funds and a horse. Well, that's a tale for another time. Like father, like Boki. Killing Sugimoto Saichi, I'm not the kind of cold-blooded man who could do something like that. Not to mention, is it even possible to kill a guy who gets shot in the head and doesn't die? Even if I did kill him, there's no way that Siddhartha would do what First Lieutenant Surumi says. Well, no. I'm sure the First Lieutenant would use any means to get that information from her. My actions would only bring unhappiness to Siddhartha. And if I brought her granddaughter back to the village, despairing and if I brought her granddaughter back to the village despairing and empty inside, would that really make Hoochie happy? I also have the option of only pretending to search for Siddhartha until this battle for the gold is over, but it might not end for decades. And I won't be able to see Inkarmat or our child. Does this mean I really don't have any other choice but to search for a Siddhartha? You're about 9 months, right? So the baby could come at any time then. That miraculous curve of your belly, even if I ate you, it's something I can never create. So disturbing. Just low key out of nowhere. By the way, if I ate you, I could never create. It's like, bruh. When I look at you, it makes me remember my mother when she was pregnant. You know, I always strived after my mother. When her stomach was swollen with a child, my mother was perfect. And I told myself that once the baby was born and she held it in her arms, she would look truly perfect, like the Virgin Mary. But she slipped on the stairs and had a miscarriage. I want to help deliver your baby. Of course, I'll be delighted. You're the one who saved my life after all. Afterwards, let me have the placenta, okay? I hear it's full of nutrients. Bruh! If it's true. It warms my heart. I love these two so much. I knew it'd come for me. Hospital in Abashiri. If I asked the people working there where Inkarmat was moved to, I'm sure the person at Surumi would find out that I was here. I know that I shouldn't be so eager in my search for Inkarmat that I put her in danger. I want to take her and run away. I know those things are just me being selfish. I lewd guys here. An Inkarmat? Oh, Inkarmat. It's gonna be a guy loitering around the hospital. He'll be a lewd, hairy guy who looks like a bear with a plump butt and breasts. You're Mrs. Tanigaki, right? My father is being taken care of in that hospital, so I'm always going in and out of there. Miss Inkarmat asked me to give this picture postcard to the lewd bear. This place is view of Otaru Port, Hokkaido. I felt in my duty to bring Sidopa back to Hoochie. So the only option left for a useless man like me is to run away. But I at least wanted to have you and my child at my side, even if it puts us in danger. I sent that letter to you because I was hoping that you would come here, so I'm prepared for whatever comes next. They're so beautiful together. My heart is so warm right now. Hurry up and get ready. Sergeant Tsukishima is on guard duty, but he went to the baths. Quiet. That's the sound of footsteps made with hobnailed military boots. And it came from the second floor. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. The fact that you're here? The fact that you're here means that you're violating Sensori's orders, right? It's your choice, Private First Class Tanigaki. Inkarmat! Stay back! If this is your way, if this is what your sense of justice is, Tsukishima Nispa, then kill me first. Oh! Oh! Twist! Run! Oh no! No way! You know, I always strive after my mother. 229 end. Look, it's Surya Kill Man. Man, they were such good friends at one point. They were great together. You won't be able to move for 2 hours. Get as far away as you can. Why would a selfish evil criminal like you do something like that? It's all written over your face. Right now, Inkarmat is about to become perfect. Please be sure you Please be sure you don't miss it, Tanigaki. Inaga. Let's go. Man! I can't believe we just actually lost the Inaga as well. Well, possibly, maybe? Who knows? Because anyone can die in this manga and actually come back. Goddamn, Augustus died twice at this point. I swear to God. The dude's died twice at this point and come back. Oh, man. When were you perfect? Without a doubt, it was right in this very moment right here. 2:30 Inaga Kano. Go. Second Lieutenant Koito, why on earth did you do that? Well, he was bedridden. I spent a lot of time telling fortunes for him. Maybe that's why. There's no way he would have let us go for something so minor. At least, the second Lieutenant Koito I've known until now never would have. Are you alright, Inkarmat? Are you cold? What's wrong? Does your stomach hurt? Threatened the horse. Sorry, I was going too fast. You managed to make it to the edge of the town. So let's rest for a little in that abandoned building. Hold on, I'll start a fire right now. Tanigaki Nispa, there's blood coming from your head. This'll be fine. Once you've rested a little longer, we'll head out. We'll have to run farther away. There's an awful lot of blood coming from your leg too. When he shot at us earlier, it must have grazed me. I was so worried about escaping I didn't notice. It's kind of true though, that sometimes the pure adrenaline inside you actually kind of allows you to actually kind of continue even though you've been shot. It's actually what he's saying is actually kind of true. Like in essence, it completely blocks all sense of the pain receptors in your body. You just continue on even though you've been shot. I've seen it because you always kind of like, how the hell can these people run after being shot? But it's true. It's because sometimes in certain cases adrenaline actually just kicks in, so your body just kind of goes, nah, bruh, I need to actually just continue on. At least that's what I've always heard. This is bad. Inkarmat, go out through the back. Oh! Oh! Tanaka Nispa. At this point, the poor dude's been shot pretty much everywhere. Old Tanagaki. He's been shot in the butt, been shot in the leg, has head bleeding, and he's been shot in the back. Like, poor dude. Are you okay, Inkarmat? It's morning, but he'll be cautious about getting close to us now that I have a rifle. We should be able to lose him if we escape into the mountains. I'm more at home in the mountains than he is. Ah! What's wrong? The sewers? It looks like my water just broke. I'm sorry after all you've done for me. Forgive me. You had me following the blood trail from the horse, huh? You can do this, Inkarmat. Grit your teeth and bear it. It's gonna be okay. I'm with you. You can do it. Everything's gonna work out. Hoochie. Wow. Yeah, boy. Grandma here to save the day. Grandma's here to actually save the damn day at this point. Sorry, I'm back. 2:30 end. Man, I just realised we're gonna hit the last chapter of the whole entire catch up now. The lifeline that binds lives together. There's a soldier from the 10th Division keeping watch on his village, right? Don't worry about that. Every night my husband makes that soldier drink a ton of alcohol, so he definitely won't wake up before noon, even if Osama steps on his face. Osama's mother. What is Hoochie doing? She's feeling to see if the baby will be a boy or girl. If the baby's a boy, then we deliver the baby facing down. If it's a girl, we deliver it facing up. It's said that if we don't do that, the baby won't live a long life. She can tell that much by touching the side of the stomach. It seems that she can tell from the size of the pelvis. That would be masterful enough already, but she says that the guardian spirit on the back of her neck She says that the guardian spirit on the back of her neck tells her Hoochie's been assisting birth since she was 19 years old, and she's a seasoned veteran. She's a seasoned veteran midwife. She was the midwife when Asidipa was born too. 231 birth. Purpose is handed down from heaven. Alright, I'll leave Inkarmat in your hands then. Sergeant Tsukishima knows about this kotan. I'm sure he'll realize that we ran here and came after us. I'm going to go into the mountains to confront him. Don't do it, Tanaka Nispa. Don't fight him. I'll be back. Count on it. I'm immortal. You aren't immortal. Just run away by yourself. God damn it, Tsukishima. I know you're following orders and all, but still, god damn it, dude. Huh? What? Stop it! I'm the only one you need to kill. Don't lay a hand on Inkarmat, Hoochie, or the rest of them. Pirate First Class Tanagaki, you've been making the wrong choice for a long time now. Ever since you met this woman and that old lady and decided not to come back to the division. Tsukishima! Stop it, Tsukishima, that's enough! Did you follow me to see if the two of them would escape safely, sir? What good would come from killing them? Relying on Tanagaki isn't our one and only way to find Asidipa, right? If they want to run away, then let them. A threat loses its meaning if you aren't willing to go through with it. It won't serve as a warning to anyone else. I told you that I'd kill you if you got in my way, didn't I? Should I go ahead and assume that you're betraying Lieutenant Tsurumi then? Which side are you on, Second Lieutenant Koito? The fact that your father and you were used by the First Lieutenant caused you to lose your trust in him and join the traitors. Shit, man! Lower your weapon. That's an order. I have every intention of watching both of you and First Lieutenant Tsurumi to the very end. Tsukishima, you said, if the men who goes along with First Lieutenant Tsurumi are saved along the way to reach his final destination, then there's nothing to complain about. Isn't that right? Well, I share that opinion. If my father and I were taken advantage of for that purpose, then I'm not bothered by that. But if Lieutenant Tsurumi has a true goal in mind, and I want to discern what that is, if what lies beyond that goal lacks even the slightest shred of justice, and I can accept, then I'm sure I'll be tormented by feelings of guilt and regret. That's the reason why we absolutely must not kill these two. It's too late for me. I've killed so many, and there are people who were used by me and died because of it. It's not too late. I gave up on what was truly important to me and threw it away. All that's left for me is to do my job. Is your attitude so unbending because what you threw away was so huge, Tsukishima? Inkarmat. That girl, is she? Inkarmat! You two are done, right? You can finish this later. She's right about to give birth. You go boil a lot of hot water. You gather up a bunch of nearby straw. You watch this kid. This changed dramatically. Also, go gather more of these from the other homes. Noya ham. It's warding made from mugwort leaves. When it comes to stanching, the bedding, this is better than cotton wadding. Is it wadding? Other tools used for childbirth: scissors used to cut the umbilical cord, string made from asiatic, bittersweet vines used to tie off the umbilical cord. Soak this rasura cap in the hot water. It will become an antiseptic liquid. If we rub it on the birth canal, it will make sure the passage smoother for the baby too. The bark of paniculed hydrangea. Yeah, hydrangea. Or hang this tar carrying rope from the roof beam. Grab a hold of it and brace yourself. Lay the straw down behind the hearth on the left side. Cover it with an old cloth, and that's where she's going to give birth. If the god of childbirth will stay by my side and do a good job watching over us, this is sure to be a good birth and peaceful birth. And with a god at our side, we are certain to be blessed with a baby. You three, get in there. You three, get in here. Carry that mortar out onto the floor. This is the Nisu Horipire. It means make the mortar dance. It's a good luck charm we do during a difficult birth. Roll it more. Huchi uses the soles of her feet to hold down the wadding and press down on the anus of the pregnant woman. The only technique of rotating the baby during delivery, depending on whether it is male or female, was called keko makiru. And there we are. A baby is born. Boy, Demtagi has become a father. And that is the end. And we actually are all completely caught up to Golden Kamuy now. Oh boy, that was quite the chapter, I must say. A lot of emotions. Congratulations are in order as well. Very much congratulations are in order. But yeah, I mean, the main thing to take away is the loyalty that one does have to Tsurumi. Like, in essence, when you think about it, Tsukishima himself has kind of given up everything. He's kind of realized that he has literally nothing else to live for, so that all he has left is his job. And it actually does in theory kind of tell you what it means to lose someone, actually what it means to give up on that kind of, I guess, that kind of pursuit, or actually that kind of feeling as well. It's very interesting to see how loss does in theory affect people in certain different ways, because each character technically, when you think about it, has lost someone in their own way, and in losing that person, they've actually changed. Actually, certain things have actually become more apparent with them. And I kind of like that about this manga, because it doesn't really deal with that quite well. You're always constantly seeing characters deal with that sense of loss in different kind of capacities. Tsukishima actually kind of has that sense. Tsukishima has that sense of loyalty towards Tsurumi, to the point that it kind of feels like it's like the undying kind of loyalty. But I guess when you think about it, I guess Tsukishima rides that kind of line between what Tsurumi was saying last stream, with the idea of a dog, and also then the people who actually just blindly follow the person. He kind of rides that line because there's a sense that he does in theory actually kind of go by what he says, but it's also that sense of like there's that bit inside him as well that you can tell that's clawing out to get out, but it's actually kind of hid behind all the things that he's actually experienced. And the same thing does apply with Sugimoto and characters like that. Like, in essence, there's things beneath their surface that are trying to break through, but because of the barrier they've had for the whole entire manga, because of what they experienced, it takes a long time for the things to come through. Certain events do actually change his characters. It's not narratively driven development for characters, it's more situational development. Like, in essence, a situation might influence change the perception of how a character sees what's been going on. The whole thing with Inkarmat giving birth clearly has in theory changed Tsukishima in some way, because he was ready to kill Tanigaki, even though Koito did in theory come in and actually kind of talk him down as well. There's that sense that this whole entire event, it has kind of given him a new view on the entire matter. In essence, is there much point to actually kind of kill someone off and actually have someone else lose someone they actually care about, the same, and actually feel that sense of emptiness that you actually feel? And actually it's kind of interesting, because again, it kind of goes back to this idea of like projecting one's loneliness on someone else. Like, in essence, the same thing kind of applies in certain other mangas as well. Like, in essence, Banana Fish did that as well with every other character that actually kind of, besides Eiji, kind of projecting a sense of loneliness onto Ash. The same thing can, in theory, actually apply in Golden Kamuy as well. In essence, if you think about it, if Tanigaki actually either killed Inkarmat or Tanigaki, he's trying in certain ways to actually kind of project that loneliness that he feels, actually that sense of kind of emptiness onto someone else. So in essence, someone else might actually kind of feel that sense that he does. It's actually quite interesting, because again, he's one of those characters that doesn't really exhibit a lot of emotions, but he's a person that actually has a lot more going on beneath the surface than actually what you're led on to believe. And actually, it's quite interesting to see how much he actually has changed. Especially, there's been points when he's actually become a bit more, I'd say, like emotive, and actually kind of a bit more, I'd say, open in certain cases. But there's also that sense that he rejects that idea and actually kind of keeps that level of like loyalty towards who he actually does in theory actually kind of care about, because there's a sense that every single character has been taken advantage of by Tsurumi in certain ways as well. In essence, it does also go back to the whole entire idea about Tsurumi, what we were saying about the idea of actually winning over the actual your actual kind of, your privates in certain ways. In essence, the whole thing with Tsurumi is the fact that each character actually has undying love towards Tsurumi, but in certain different ways. Koito, and also, to an extent, some of the characters actually have experienced it through the idea of being taken advantage of as well. It's kind of interesting that certain people actually know that, but continue to actually kind of serve the man because they want to see what he does in through and do in the end. They know, had he had no sense of like, no sense of like future, no sense of like, no sense of going forward, then there'll be no point to actually kind of serve this man. They'll give up and actually kind of go somewhere else because they know he actually has this future projection in him. They're like, well, okay, we could actually just kind of give up, but at the same time, I want to see what he wants to do till the end. And it's interesting. Their relationship towards Surumi is very interesting because it's not a conventional look in the whole entire matter. It's more of a kind of it's more of a bleak look into the whole entire matter as well. If you actually look at it from different perspectives, it's actually quite interesting how everyone does room for a react to how Surumi actually is as a person. And yeah, I must say, it's very interesting to see Tsukishima actually kind of have this moment, actually kind of then reconcile at the end, and actually kind of realize mistake he actually was going to make. Because it's true, if he didn't fully kill Huchi, Tanigaki, or Inkarmat, then what does he accomplish? He kills a traitor. Technically, a traitor is also kind of a very loose term. But at the same time, he's ruined another life in a way. It goes back to the whole entire idea of loss and the idea of what battle doesn't really mean. Battle is your loyalty towards the actual person you serve. But then what does that accomplish? You're losing people. You're ending the future a person might really have. Then that child will actually never have a father as well. It's very interesting. It's that whole entire idea. The battle had a lot more meaning towards it, so that in the end of him stopping was a very valid look in the whole entire match. Actually, him going, well, actually, yeah, maybe not do that. So yeah, I actually find it endlessly fascinating how this manga actually does deal with battles, because battles, to the very degree of just the characters themselves, is very interesting. It's not, as I said beforehand, very conventional. It's very kind of unconventional in certain ways. So yeah, I mean, we have to wait and see what happens next. Actually, what does it mean for the rest of the characters? But yeah, before I go, let me just dim this quickly. Nah, sweet. I thought maybe there actually might be a page afterwards. But yeah, that is me for Golden Kamuy at this very one point done for now. So as always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave it on YouTube. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch and doing free, leave a follow on Twitch because indeed it's quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a like on YouTube because indeed it's quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a sub on YouTube because indeed it's quite a bit. If you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube and doing free, leave a follow on Twitter or join my Discord as well. Both will tell you when these streams go live, any streams I do as well. Until next time, some more Golden Kamuy, the manga series. See you later. Bye for now.